Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you're having a good weekend. Thought I'd do a quick video. It's July, so July is nice and warm, and I think people are just like kind of chilling out after the 4th of July and the summer's setting in, and I find myself falling into that trap every year, and what I'm trying to do is keep pushing, even though like it's, that time of year, people are taking the summer off from trading because, the market slowed down over the summer. Usually the last quarter and the first quarter are the best for trading. I'm still trying to push, and I'm excited because Jeff Bishop's Bullseye Trades, I just did a video on that earlier today, and it was DoorDash, which is a company I really like. I use it every day, and it was up 75% this week, and a few people said, it's a good trade, and people got in this. So it's important to keep trying, I think, and it's something that I'm working on all the time, is trying not to step back and just like relax. I always want to try and push myself, keep going forward. So when Raging Bull sent out an email earlier saying that there's this summit coming up, so it's called the Six Figure Summit. It's coming up on Tuesday the 11th, so just a few days from now. So if you're watching this video at the weekend or even Monday, you still have time to sign up for this. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can go and sign up for it. And it looks like Jeff is being interviewed, or at least having some sort of discussion with Seth Allen. So this is Jeff on the left, Seth Allen on the right here. And so he's talking about a case study of where he was able to make something like $34,000 just trading the Wall Street Bookie strategy. So if you're not familiar with the Wall Street Bookie strategy, it's definitely something worth checking out. It's becoming more and more popular. More and more services are using these strategies where it's more kind of like a directional neutral position. So these kind of spreads or cash secured puts, things that don't rely so much on strong market direction, because over the last decade, a lot of people have made money by basically being bullish the whole time. But of course, in the last year or two, we've had this bearish market. And like Jeff says here on his landing page, again, you can find this page to sign up in the description below. He says, this is the longest bear market in 50 years. Which is crazy. It doesn't feel like we're in a bear market now because we've been rallying for a while, but technically I think we still are. I don't know, maybe we are. It's definitely, like last year was definitely super choppy, and yeah, we're halfway through 2023 now, but who knows, maybe we're going to see that same chop for the rest of the year. And the people that are one-way biased, whether they're bear or bull, are going to see very insignificant profits, right? Whereas the people that are making these non-directional bets are going to see significant profits over the next few months. This is definitely something worth checking out. And it looks like Jeff is being very transparent here. So this is what I like about Raging Bull and the direction they've gone over the last few years, is they're being held to a much higher standard, and then especially with their marketing. So they have to back up every single thing they say and not just say whatever they want. So they have to be able to show proof and be like, hey, this is what actually happened. And that's true because there's people watching them and monitoring them more than maybe 5 years ago. So it's good that there's this like transparency and regulation in the industry now, which I really like. So he's calling this the Alpha Pulse. I think this is a marketing term, to be honest. This looks like Wall Street Bookie to me. So if you're familiar with Wall Street Bookie, it's a service that Jeff has run for a while. And when I log into the homepage of, well, the dashboard for Raging Bull, you can see that Wall Street Bookie, I'm a member of all of the services. Wall Street Bookie is now being replaced with something called Alpha Hunter. And if you look through it, you can see that he has the Bookie Room in here and Wall Street Bookie videos. So my guess is this is a interesting pitch for Wall Street Bookie. And so that's backed up by the fact that when I start to look at his trades, so if we look down here, so Jeff has been trading for a long time, 20 plus years. He's been trading the Wall Street Bookie strategy. He took over from kind of Jason Bond started this, and then he kind of took over it, and Jason Bond started the small account journey. And so basically Jeff Bishop is making, 35%, 75%, 47%, 31% on these trades, on the capital used on these spreads. And you can see the type of trades that he's using, which he teaches in these Wall Street Bookie strategy. So he's going to go through all these in the webinar, which is really interesting, and show his results, which is really cool. And so he's saying now, during the Six Figure Summit, I'm pulling back the curtain to reveal every detail behind the Alpha Pulse strategy that I believe has been key to my success. So this is 2 p.m. Eastern on July 11th, so in 3 days from now. And so all of the key details behind my Alpha Pulse system how I'm using this collection of indicators to isolate premium trade opportunities, how I'm transferring all of my risk from the front end of the trade to the back end. I don't really know what that means. That'll be interesting to see, so I'm definitely going to go to the webinar and try and learn like more about what that is. And how I'm collecting these payouts every 7 days. This just means the expirations are pretty short, I'm guessing, if we look at some of his results that he's shown on the landing page here. Entry date, yeah, so he's exiting very quickly. Remember, I can zoom in so you guys can see this. Yeah, there we go. So you can see that the width of the spreads, the cost of the spread, so this is something you can do with a fairly small amount of money. And there's 1 day, there's 6 days, there's 3 days, there's 20 days, 19 days, so it's a little bit longer, so days held. So you can see the number of days held. So these are generally swing trades, a couple of day trades, but that's about it. So pretty interesting strategy. This is something I'm seeing success with myself, and also with a lot of other people are really jumping on this type of trading. I think going forward, if we have choppy sideways markets, maybe they go up a bit, down a bit for a while, maybe a few years, maybe a decade, who knows. This type of trading is worth learning, and that's why I've been learning. I've been telling people about it, I've started services about it, and I'm also sending out emails and doing videos like this to tell people about this type of service, because it's very, very powerful. It's something that's very lucrative. It can be very passive, and it can work in bear, bull, or sideways markets. So definitely come and check out the Jeff Bishop Six-Figure Summit, July 11th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Just go to the link in the description below and put in your details here, and I'll see you guys there.